Boom! What's up, everybody? I hope everyone's doing fantastic. It's your boy Epi Montoya, and I wanted to spend a couple minutes with you today, just sharing my, kindergarten art, third grade math, my little fourth grade education, a perspective of simple economics. Okay, now I know a lot of you want to stick your head in the sand or up your posterior or wherever you like to keep it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't very important to you, and I just want to say, like, if none of this is important to you, or maybe you don't like what I do here, or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean, it's very easily you could exit your way out. No hard feelings. We could all part, it would probably do us all, better. You know what I'm saying? But we could catch up on that another time. But don't hesitate to ever exit yourself out of here if none of this stuff, you don't like what we talk about business or whatever the case may be that you don't like about it. Okay? So here's the thing. Simple economics. Okay? Now, I'm not that smart. Okay? I'm not that smart. I don't have all this stuff figured out. But I definitely am fascinated by this whole thing. Okay? Now, back on my MySpace pages, okay, I used to tell everybody that the Federal Reserve Bank was a privately held, it was a private entity, okay, which means it is not part of the United States. Have you seen that building in Washington, D.C.? It's massive, okay, and this is a privately held bank. Now, when they print money for us, they don't just give us money, okay, they give it to us with interest. Now, where are we supposed to get the money to pay the interest? They're the only place we get money, right? It doesn't make any sense. I know. So anyways, in 1971, they took us off the gold standard. I wasn't born until 1978, but by 1982, 81, we were already $1 trillion in debt. Okay, so my whole life I've been seeing people save money, work for money. My mom used to work very hard when I was young, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have my dad, so she was always at work. I was always left with the babysitters and stuff like that, trading the days of our life for money, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. We grow up in these school systems that teach us to go and work for money, right? You're either going to build your own dreams, or you're going to be, go work for an entrepreneur, right? That's the case. You either become an entrepreneur or you work for one. So here's the deal. All this is going on. People trading the days of their lives for money, dropping their kids off for money, and people are a little bit upset because I keep saying, we'll see if Social Security is there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if it is, is it going to be worth anything? But these banks are shutting down, okay? And this isn't the first time. I talked about this in my other video. Now, here's what's happening, okay? The United States has been taking the world's resources and their hard labor and everything that their countries produce, and we've been sending them this paper fiat money for it, okay? We're exploiting the world for their goods, and we're giving them paper money, and this can that we've been kicking down the road, there's actually no more road, okay? So there's two things that could happen right here. One, we have the biggest financial crash you've ever seen in your life. How does that feel, knowing that we've been working for money our whole life and it's about to tank, it's about to crash? People have been saving money their whole life trying to get this stuff figured out, and it's about to tank, right? So, I mean, that doesn't feel good. And the other choice is we print more money, which means that we're going to have this crash a little bit later on down the road. And that's probably what they're going to do. They should have let this thing crash in 2008, but they didn't. They ran the printing presses again and blew up this inflated bubble again, even though the banks crashed. We've seen major car dealerships get bailed out. We've seen banks get bailed out. And it's funny because nobody's going to care about your money like you, okay? I always got these insurance guys hitting me up, and they're like, hey, man, you could be your own bank, just give us all your money. I'm like, are you ridiculous? I could be my own bank without you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I going to put my finances in the hands of somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if they don't have my money? I'm going to be pissed, right? Oh, they have all these gimmicks of how they could do this and that and whatever. But, you could do this stuff on your own if you please to. Now, another thing is, the rest of the world, you could already see them pulling out of the dollar, right? So this is going to be a big financial crash. And no matter if you're Social Security, you know what that means, right? Like the Obamacare, Medicaid, all this government funding programs, bigger government that they always choose to go to, right? Like Medicare, food stamps, all this stuff, right? All this stuff that we spend money on, that they print money for. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of that's going to have to either go away, and this could be worse than the Great Depression. This could seriously be worse than the Great Depression. Nobody even knows what we're up against. I mean, our date with destiny is due, okay? Now, I don't think that they're gonna, let that happen. They're gonna print more money. So what does that mean when they start printing up more money? Well, you've already had a taste of inflation, okay? This is not it. next year things are going to be more expensive and more expensive and more expensive. So even if your Social Security is getting paid out for you, first, who wants to live on 40% of what you've already made your whole life? Second, you can't buy anything. Everything costs way too much. The cost of living goes up. The value of the dollar goes down. And we've been trading the days of our life for this monopoly money ever since I can remember. I was born in 78. Okay, so I mean, we've all been taken for a really long ride. No one ever gets taught money in school. You have to learn this stuff on your own. Okay, and that's why I'm a big advocate. I'm not saying, I just know that if I'm gonna feel this, everyone's gonna feel it. The thing is, I told you, I've been telling people in my MySpace page a long time ago that the Federal Reserve was privately held. So, and I also told you that in 2008, I was wondering, why am I hustling so hard if they're going to destroy the dollar? You know what I mean? And so this is not done by accident, okay? This is not done by accident. This has been purposely done. It's been purposely done for a long, long time. They've been wanting to destroy the dollar. It's called the North American Union, okay? They want to do away with our borders, put us all under one currency, right? Now, it's just crazy because your money is just not going to be worth anything, okay? So you're going to might have money, but it's just not going to have the buying power that it used to, all right? And so they could either do that, they could have the biggest financial crisis the world has ever seen, or we could just, you know what I mean, print more money and inflate this stuff even more where the rest of the world don't even want our money. So I don't know. Those are simple economics. It gets way deeper than that. They're going to do QE. They're going to print more money. That's what they always go to. How do you think they bought all this military and bought and paid for all these wars and send all this money around the world? Our deficit goes up. We're $32 trillion in debt, soon to be $50 trillion in debt. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that people do this stuff. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that, you know, I do and think this way because I don't want to hit one of these icebergs. I can't have my family go, you know, like I have to be the thinker here. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to think about this stuff. I don't want to hit one of these icebergs that are going to be out there. I mean, whose freaking bright idea was it to tie everybody's retirement into the stock market? You're seeing your 401k disappear. You know what I'm saying? Social Security is going to go bankrupt. They're already, the whole world is bankrupt. The United States is bankrupt. Of course you have financial problems. The United States has financial problems. So it's just nuts what's going on right here. And I don't think they're going to, you know, they're going to try and keep kicking the can down the road. But, you know, I'm a big advocate for multiple streams of income, getting out of working for money. I don't like when people are controlling me and I'm doing things for money. I like to make money. I like to create money. And, you know, I'm one of those guys that feels that you could put me in any city across the nation and no matter what, I'll make it happen. You know what I mean? Because I never got indoctrinated with school and I never got indoctrinated by my father. So I just, you know, I just had to figure out my way of thinking and survival out here. And a lot of people could do it. It's not that hard. But, you know, you got to start now. You can't just wait and think, oh, well, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? We'll see what they do. Maybe they'll send us another check. La, la, la. Like all that free money, it ain't free. Doctors don't work for free. Hospitals don't run for free. Nobody works for free. You know, the food doesn't come for free. The farmers don't work for free. Nobody works for free. It all costs money. The truckers don't work for free. Nobody works for free. You know, none of this stuff is free. So when you think you're getting something for free, you know, Medicaid, Medicare, Obamacare, all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, that you think is just free food stamps. You know what happens when they shut the lights off on food stamps? It's going to be 15 days before people are eating each other. Okay, it's only going to be 3 days before they start trying to kill each other and take from each other. But I mean, it's ridiculous what's going on, and we're just going right down this road willy-nilly. You know, all we care about is who's playing in the Super Bowl or the Major League or whatever. This is all people really care about. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to business, you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been around this industry for several years now, and I know that I don't want to be around a company where all their reps are the ones consuming the products. You know, the FTC looks at you and there's like no customers there, just a bunch of reps consuming products. And then, you know, you want to make sure that that there's more people using the products than selling the products. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. And the company that we're in now, there's a 10-to-1 ratio. 85% of our company is customer led. So when the FTC looks at us, it's super healthy. That's an actual company, right? And again, you know, we've seen a multi-billion-dollar travel company come crashing to their knees. We've seen industry leaders scram and scurry everywhere. COVID definitely did us a number. I mean, unbelievable to see and witness, right? But the thing is everybody's jumping right back into travel companies. And what do you think, that there's not going to be their bird flu or their mouse flu or their chicken flu or whatever the heck flu's, whatever's coming next? It's your boy Epi Montoya. I love you, okay? EpiMontoya.com for all your clean label essential needs, and the internetmarketingking.com to see what we're up to. God bless.